In the far edges of the Orion Arm, silence ruled once more. Where once the brilliant lights of 3 thriving worlds shimmered across the void, now only drifting debris glowed faintly. The Empire of Thalros had made its final mistake, provoking humanity. It began with arrogance. The Thalros Command saw humanity as a primitive force, newly risen from their single blue world. They believed Earth's people were limited by compassion and restraint, the traits of what they called soft species. But compassion to humanity was a choice. And once that choice was revoked, nothing in the galaxy could restrain them. The Thalros learned that too late. Humanity's response to the invasion of the Terran colony Vega 9 came not from fleets assembled in haste, but from one ship. A single vessel, hidden deep beneath Luna's surface for decades, awaiting a moment such as this. They called it the Judicator. It was not large compared to the standard dreadnoughts of the galaxy, but every plate of its blackened hull was forged from materials no alien mind had ever conceived. Its engines burned coal blue, leaving no trace of heat or energy signature for sensors to detect. Its weapons were not energy-based nor projectile. They were something else, something the galaxy's scientists would later struggle to describe even in theory. When the Judicator emerged from the shadow of Vega's dying sun, every sensor aboard the Thalros fleet screamed warnings. Yet their commanders laughed, mocking the lone Terran ship, until the first shot. In a flash of white light, the leading Thalros cruiser disintegrated. There was no explosion, no debris, only a spreading haze of ionized mist. Within seconds, 3 more ships vanished. The Thalros fleet tried to scatter, their formation breaking apart in chaos, but the Judicator moved with terrifying precision. Every second, another ship ceased to exist, and then the planet itself shook. Vega 9 had once been a lush world, home to 10 million colonists and a growing trade hub. The Thalros had taken it to demonstrate dominance, enslaving those who resisted. But as the Judicator approached, the Thalros Command issued a desperate order. Planetary shields to full power. The Judicator ignored the defense grid. It did not bombard the planet from orbit. Instead, a quiet pulse emanated from its hull. Across Vega 9's atmosphere, every satellite station and drone simply fell silent. Then the oceans boiled. The planet's crust fractured as if some invisible hand had squeezed it from within. Moments later, Vega 9 was no more. From a distance, it looked like a star had been born where a world once stood. The Judicator transmitted a single message before leaving the system. Retribution complete. Let no one harm humanity again. That was the first time the galaxy truly understood what humans were capable of. Word spread fast. Empires trembled. The Thalros High Council demanded explanations from their remaining admirals, but there were none. Even their finest minds could not understand the weapon used. Every attempt to trace the Judicator ended in failure. Some believed it could bend space. Others thought it erased matter at the atomic level. None could prove it. Weeks later, the Thalros dispatched a second fleet, 300 ships, to intercept the human warship near the dark nebula of M47. Their sensors picked up nothing at first. Then the Judicator appeared from behind a dead moon, silent and waiting. The Thalros commander, Admiral Korin, broadcast across all channels. "You are surrounded. Power down your vessel and surrender." The human captain did not respond. No voice came from the Terran ship. Only silence. Then suddenly, the Thalros ships began vanishing from sensors one after another. Korin panicked. He ordered all ships to open fire. Beams of light cut through space, filling the void with brilliance. But every shot missed. Every torpedo failed to detonate. When the Judicator moved, it moved faster than any known vessel. It passed through the Thalros flagship without impact. And yet when it emerged, the massive ship simply folded inward and collapsed like dust in wind. Korin's last words, transmitted moments before his fleet vanished, were recorded by distant relays. "It's not a ship. It's judgment itself." The Terran Confederation released no statement. Earth remained silent. But across the galaxy, fear grew. Traders whispered stories of entire battle fleets that never returned. Colonies that sent distress calls only once before going dark. Every tale ended with the same image. A shadowed vessel with no insignia, its hull gleaming like obsidian, drifting through the dark before the silence. The Thalros Empire collapsed within months. Civil wars erupted and neighboring powers seized their territory. But even those victors were uneasy. for they knew that somewhere in the dark the Judicator was still watching. In the following decades, no one dared approach human space. The borders of the Terran Confederation became known as the Line of Silence. Any probe crossing it vanished. Even the boldest pirate fleets avoided its edges, yet curiosity is a curse that no species escapes forever. 200 years later, the Varn Dominion expanded toward the old Thalros sectors. Their scouts discovered derelict human colonies long abandoned. Seeing opportunity, they began to settle the ruins. They thought humanity had gone extinct or retreated inward, consumed by isolation. They were wrong. The Varn built cities, stations, and military posts across 9 former Terran systems. For decades, they mined the resources, mocked the silence, and told stories of how weak humans must have been to vanish. Then one day, the stars dimmed. It began with static across every communication channel. Power grids failed. Navigation beacons flickered out. And then, on the edge of the Varn capital world, an object appeared. It was enormous, larger than any previous record described. Its design matched only one entry in Galactic archives, Judicator, but this was not the same ship. This was its successor, the Judicator Prime. Unlike its predecessor, this ship did not arrive alone. Behind it, dozens more emerged, each one silent, their hulls reflecting no light. No transmissions, no threats, only a single signal repeating in every frequency known. Judgment resumes. The Varn defense fleet mobilized immediately. Thousands of ships encircled the intruders. The Varn Chancellor ordered full planetary defense activation, but before the order completed, their orbital network shut down. The first wave of human weapons fired. Across the orbit of Varn Prime, space folded into luminous arcs. Every Varn vessel caught in the glow vanished. Those at a distance watched their comrades dissolve into vapor. No debris remained. The planet's shield, designed to resist stellar flares, failed in seconds. The surface melted beneath blinding energy. Witnesses on the outer colonies described the event as a star consuming itself. When the light faded, nothing remained of Varn Prime but molten dust. The Judicator Prime transmitted another message. Records indicate violation of the Line of Silence. Enforcement complete. It was not rage. It was not vengeance. It was law. The galaxy began to change. Species across thousands of worlds redrew their maps. Every border near Terran space was marked in red, labeled with a single warning: do not enter. Ambassadors who once mocked humans now spoke their name with reverence and fear. Some believed humanity had transcended flesh, becoming something more. Others thought they had simply mastered war so completely that even death could not touch them. But within Earth's hidden chambers, humanity remained very much alive. Beneath the surface of New Geneva, the High Command gathered. The chamber was dark, illuminated only by the projection of distant star maps. The Admiral stood at the center, his expression calm. Before him, an aide reported the latest event. The Varn Dominion has been erased from all records. No survivors detected. The Admiral nodded. As intended. The directive stands. No interference, no intrusion, no mercy. Another officer hesitated. Sir, some suggest we reveal ourselves. The galaxy believes us extinct. The Admiral looked up at the holographic projection of the galaxy. Half of it was dimmed, uncharted, untouched human. The rest glowed faintly, crowded by alien empires that now avoided even speaking of Earth aloud. Let them believe, he said quietly. Fear is the shield we built when words failed. Silence followed. The meeting ended without applause or pride. Humanity had not become monsters. They had become guardians of their own peace, forged through unrelenting resolve. Centuries later, no alien dared approach the border. Expeditions that accidentally crossed vanished instantly. Even automated drones that sent signals from human space never transmitted twice. Scholars across the galaxy debated whether humanity still existed at all, or if their machines continued the task without them. Somewhere, deep within the black folds of the Orion Arm, a single warship drifted silently through the void. Its hull bore no markings. Its engines emitted no sound. Within its control chamber, empty chairs faced a console still active, maintained by artificial systems older than any empire. A faint hum echoed as its sensors detected movement at the edge of human space. A small alien explorer vessel had entered the Forbidden Zone. The Judicator Prime stirred. Its systems awakened. Power surged through dormant conduits. Its ancient mission resumed. Within moments, the intruding vessel disappeared. Far away in the academies of distant worlds, students studying galactic maps noticed something peculiar. Every official chart ended at a faint border. Beyond it, space was marked in black, and at the bottom of every page, in a language older than most races, a single human phrase remained. The galactic map ends at human space, and those who forgot paid the price.